Hello everyone, this is Rick Latona, and I am joined by Jenny Schneider, the seller of movingcompanies.us. Jenny, thanks
Hi,
for coming.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, so this is our open house. Before we get started, just a little note to everyone: if they have a question, use the GoToMeeting software. Just type in your question. I'm pretty familiar with the presentation, so if I know that we're going to get to a part about that, I'll just wait to ask that question until we get to that section. Or if there's not going to be a section on it, I'll ask at the end, or maybe I'll ask it right away. But either way, type the question using the software, and I'll get to it when I can. So the deal we're looking at today is a site that does about $90,000 in revenue. It's a lead gen site, but I think Jenny should tell the story. Jenny, why don't you maybe start us all off by telling us about the history of movingcompanies.us, why you started it, what it's all about.
Yeah, sure. Actually, moving companies US started unintentionally. In about 2005, I was in between jobs and didn't know what to do, so I decided to do some domaining and maybe development. And I purchased a block of .us domains, about 20 of them, all keyword domains. And I started slapping some little websites on them and thinking about make some money via AdSense. And then actually one of them that showed the most success was the moving companies, because apparently the um, the cost per click is very high on that, which I didn't know before. So it started as, AdSense website, and then I started researching further, and I came across moving.com, and actually they had a little link to become their partner, and I contacted the company, and they said that they would buy leads because they want to buy leads, and they sent me all the information how to implement the lead form inside the website. And I started generating leads, and the site start coming, in the search engines, and started making good money by leads. So I eliminated AdSense blocks from the website and just put it on the thank you form, because the price per lead was much more important than the click. And that's it. That it works like this since 2008.
That's great. Why did you decide to go with the .us domain? Just because you wanted to get the primary keywords in there?
Because .com was too expensive,
Right.
and in 2005, .coms were already too expensive, and I was just starting. Just a little history in one sentence about me. I'm previously a programmer, but I was working for big corporations in COBOL, which is non-existent anymore. It used to be a mainframe language. So after the year 2000, my job started getting eliminated slowly. So I figured out I better start doing something else. And that's it. I started. It was hard in the beginning. I tried to be a domainer. I mean, my experience as a programmer helped me in the development, and I saw that I developed better than buy and sell domains. I wasn't that successful in this area.
Okay. So for the next dozen slides or so, or I just kind of stole from you, Jenny. I just took images that you sent me, and I just kind of dumped them into the presentation. So I'm going to just kind of run through them. If you could just tell everyone what we're looking at.
Okay.
So
That's the first page, the user lands.
oh,
I mean, yeah, just leave it there, here for a second. The user lands from Yahoo, Bing, Google, on any page, because some of the home pages are ranked well, some of the inside pages, but all the pages that the landing pages have this lead form. And this is the most important form on the website, because we need user who need to move and maybe move his vehicle as well. He's looking for a moving company who gonna give him a quote fast and easy, and he will contact them after that. So he lands here. He see the moving quote. He fills it out. He starts filling it out. You can move. Yeah, this is the second page of the lead form where the user fills all his information. And he has an option of choose if he wants a vehicle to be sent also or not. So it's important because the moving lead runs between $4 and $26. I mean, I get paid, but if he fills out the user additional information for the vehicle, it's like double lead. It's one time you get money for the moving lead, and another time you get money for the
I hate to sound like the greedy businessman, but why not pre-check that box?
Why not what?
Pre-check it.
Pre-check it, because then it becomes a problem. If you check it, and you can go to the next slide, we will see how it looks. I don't remember if I made a print screen or not, but you get the vehicle information. Yeah, you see the car make, the model, the year, and if it's nothing there, it's gonna mess up the system. That's how they wanted their lead. It's sent real time via some coding, some HTTP GAT, and it's just that's the way it is.
Okay.
It's not going to help us if it's pre-checked, because no information will be sent and they will not pay for this lead. So it doesn't matter in this case.
Okay.
So that's it. Basically, now we have all the information from the user. He clicks on Get Quotes, and now we get the thank you page where we have the AdSense block. Because right now we really don't care if the user clicks or not clicks. We got the lead already, and we got paid for the lead. And that's it. After the same moment, actually, after the user presented with this thank you page, he can go and check his email. And in the email, he receives an email from the company, from the portal, who we sell the leads from. And I think you can show the next slide, Rick. Yeah, this is actually the email that the user gets in his email box about that the lead was submitted, that these are the company who are going to contact him with the quotes, and from now on, it's nothing to do with me. It's everything between the user who requested the quote and the moving company who will respond to him and talk to him and do the job for him. He will choose whoever he wants to work with. And this is the process of the lead generation of this website.
So you send the lead to all 6 of those companies every time?
No, I send the lead to one company, and this company is Move. It's a big portal. It's a publicly traded company. They own many moving and real estate and storage properties, which basically they control the entire real estate moving relocation space on it.
So your one buyer owns these 6 brands?
No, they have the system to resell my lead to these 6 companies.
Oh, so you're selling it to a broker, a lead broker.
Exactly. He's not a broker. He sells it to brokers as well. He's like Realtor.com. They also own Realtor.com. It's the same company.
Oh, they're a very big company then. Okay.
They are. I call them a wholesaler. Basically, I sell the lead at wholesale price to the wholesaler, and they resell it as retailer.
I think that's good news for the audience. I mean, obviously, you can make more money if you went direct to the moving company, but it's going to be more stable if you've got a wholesaler, and they don't have to worry about transferring a relationship to a single moving company.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm sorry, I need additional clarification. Sometimes I'm not that smart. So, all right. What do we got here?
Okay. So leads were one stream of revenue for this website. Now I want to show another stream of revenue, which is advertising. This website have a huge database of all 50 states and almost all their cities. So basically it has this directory. So when the user lands on, this is a state page. This is the page from the directory of state of Alabama where the user have all the cities. And so this is the state of Alabama page. It's all unique content, all written by professional writers, and it's all unique and done already long time ago, and with the links to useful information for the person who is about to move. And then when the user, if he lands on one of the cities or clicks on the cities, you can go to the next slide. We are in Alabama right now, and the user clicked on, I don't remember which town, Anniston, I think, Alabama. And here you can see there is a city widget.
I'm not sure if anybody can see anything.
It's really
oh, there you go.
small.
Yeah,
Good,
I can
good.
zoom in a
city
little bit.
widget. You see in the middle? This city
This
widget
right here?
is, yeah, exactly. Every city have this widget, and it's a city widget of Tulia. We have a contract with them about advertising, and this is the second stream of revenue that comes every month by check from Tulia.com.
I just want to say real quick to the person who just asked the questions about the traffic. We are going to address that later in the presentation, so just hang in with me, please.
Yeah, and since we're on this page already, I want to touch on a new potential stream of revenue, which I just didn't have time to invest my time in it. And this is, if you see under the widget where it says get free quote, there is a list of moving companies from this town. We just put them for free for those companies from the yellow pages, and we don't make any money from this site. But we get emails every day for moving companies from small towns, big towns that would like to be included in the directory, and they would like to pay for be included there, and I just don't have time for this. So the new owner can absolutely create a page with payment structure for those inclusions on these pages. And there is thousands and thousands of pages, and every town today have a couple moving companies that compete. And even for a small fee, if you multiply by all these towns, you can really create another really, really good stream of revenue for the directory part of this site.
Okay.
That's it about that. And now these are all the social media properties that come with the site. This website have a page on Google Plus. We post there regularly.
Okay, so there's Google Plus. Here's
We
your
have a Facebook page with some likes, which also get updated every week. We basically post, some links from the website, some pictures from about moving, epic moving, funny stuff, whatever, just to engage the users a little bit. Because moving is really a boring subject, so we try to make it more interesting.
Right.
Then there is a YouTube channel that basically have 3 videos. One of them is really nice, which I placed the picture here. It's kind of like a promotional, funny little thing about moving companies where you can submit it to, to video things. If you think you have a new marketing strategy, you can use it. It's really professional, done professionally, and it explains what the website does and why it's good to check it out and go there.
I know we're looking at the social stuff right now, but I had a couple questions just come in about this wholesaler and the lead handling. And since it's such a critical issue, and since we've already addressed it, I want to ask these questions just to make sure everyone's clear on it.
Mm-hmm.
So the customer is asking that, just to clarify, there's a single wholesaler handling 100% of the leads it dishes out, correct?
Yes.
And what are what are the are there any specific terms of the contract with this wholesaler? Can they cancel at will or any time, or is it like an affiliate program you just sign up to, or how does that whole thing work?
It's like an affiliate program, and I'm working with them for 5 years or 6, and they want to buy more leads. They actually like Amazon. More you give them, more they're gonna buy. They have lots of moving companies. They are hungry for leads, and they're
Got it.
not only working with you. They're working with many little websites in every whoever is willing to capture a lead from somebody who needs to move. They will buy the lead.
Got it.
So I don't see any future possibility that they would cancel, because more leads you bring them, happier they are and more money they pay.
Okay. So here's your Twitter page.
Yeah, that's the Twitter page, basically regular page.
That's a lot of followers for a moving company.
Well, you see, we're also following a lot. It was done a long time ago.
Right. It's all
You
SEO
know,
stuff. I think everybody on the call understands why you would do it. All right,
yeah,
here's
that's it. We're not getting any new followers. We're not following anybody new anymore, but that's what it is. Now,
here's something I don't see every day. You have an app?
yeah, actually about 2 years ago, I created an app for iPhone. I wanted to create also for Android, but I didn't get to it for the lack of time. For moving quotes, it's a first in the App Store for moving. For term moving companies, it's a third or fourth, I think. So it's pretty much there. It gets about 2-3 downloads a day in average. It brings some leads, about 20-30 leads a month. It's not a huge thing, but it's already created and it's there, and it comes with the website.
Okay. Oh, here's just a closer look
Yeah,
at it.
that's exactly.
All right, now for the good stuff. What are we looking at here? So looks like something about the leads.
Okay, yes. As a owner of the website, so we established so far that we sell the leads to one company. They have for you an admin area where you can log in anytime and see what leads they accepted and how much money they're going to be paying for them. Because, for instance, I will tell you this. If you got a lead from somebody who's moving from New York to wherever he moves, doesn't matter at this point, you're going to have a full price for this lead, which means 6 companies, because they sell the lead up to 6 companies, which means you're going to get about $25.50 for this lead. If this person also needs to move his car, you will get also about $12, I think, for this car lead. And I just showed here an example, the same person who appears in the category of moving, whereas mover, self-service, full service, you see, and then the same name appears at the automobile. This is the printout for May 23rd. So this shows you how you can get actually money for one person twice. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically, I just wanted to show for people how it looks, the back end. Because some leads, let's say if the user moves from Montana to someplace, there will not probably be 6 companies that this wholesaler can sell the leads to. There are probably going to be 2, 3, maybe 4 if we're lucky. So you get less money for the same lead.
All right. So look, the next couple slides are about the revenue and the traffic. Before we go any further, because I've got a few pending questions from people. I want to tell everybody a story. We've Latona's has done business with Jenny before. We've sold other properties for her before. And when she asked me what I thought of this one, she told me that, it used to be getting a lot more traffic than it's getting now. The revenue that's posted and everything is all based on what it's currently doing. So I know that everybody who's listening is smart enough to know how to do research on publicly available data and see that this thing used to get a lot more traffic than it's currently getting. But Jenny, I'm going to have to put it on you now to kind of elaborate on what I just said. Explain to everybody, the difference in what it used to do, both traffic and revenue wise, what it's currently doing traffic and revenue wise. And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so there is two things here. First of all, moving is a cyclical thing. People more moving in the summer and less moving in the winter. And everybody understands why. So naturally, over the years, we see a little decline in the winter, and it's starting to pick up during the summer, and it goes like this year over year over year. The second thing is that everybody knows that about a year ago, Google decided to introduce us to a zoo, as I call it, and they brought in a penguin, which basically ruined many people's life. So this site was ranking really well in Google, Yahoo, and Bing for all the good converting keywords. Unfortunately, Google dumped the site on the most important keywords, and it's not because we were buying links, and it's not because we did something wrong. We did everything that Google wanted us to do. But hey, what can you do? So Yahoo and Bing still standing strong, still bringing revenue. The conversion is amazing there on the important keywords. The conversion goes sometimes up to 40%, and whoever is interested to buy this website can go and see it in analytics. But Google is still very weak, and all the revenues I show for 2013 and 2012, it's after the penguin. It used to be almost double before.
Let me see if I can summarize this and answer a couple more questions that are pending all at the same time. So, because someone's asking me, why don't they see it and compete, and why does SEMrush show that it's lost all the traffic? I think what I'm hearing is well, first off, the reason you wouldn't see this thing getting a lot of traffic and compete is because it doesn't need a lot of traffic to make a lot of money. If you're converting at 40% and you're getting $20 a lead, you don't need that much traffic. And as far as why it would look really bad on SEMrush, that's because SEMrush is reporting Google traffic, and so. This is it seems to me, and I'm paraphrasing and I'm putting words in your mouth, I know, but it seems to me an example of a business, excuse my French, that's already had the crap kicked out of it. But it's still here and it's making this money. So I don't think it's going to get any worse. It's if someone can get in there, maybe improve it and get it better. What was it making, out of curiosity, when everything was going perfect and you had all those rankings?
Well, it was making double the money.
Okay.
Almost double the money, yeah. But then again, we didn't have, when you got kicked, you start looking for other streams of revenue. We didn't have Trulia back then. We didn't have AdSense back then on the thank you page. It was very weak. I didn't spend time improving all this. But now that it got kicked out, I brought in the Trulia, and like I said, there is new revenue possibilities for this website, like bringing local moving companies and charging them for advertising, and really small amount of money, but because there are so many of them, you can make money from charging them even $10 a month. It's still going to be effective.
Okay. Well, look, anybody who wants additional clarification on these points, we can get analytics. We can get whatever anybody needs in order to do their due diligence, um, and go from there. If you have any other specific questions, go ahead and ask them.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the thing I want to add something about this site, because when people hear that it's such a small traffic and so much money it makes compared to traffic, they can understand by you explaining exactly correct. The lead amount is very high. The conversion is very high if you know the keywords. And since I'm doing it for so many years, I know exactly which keywords are converting the best. So with very minimal traffic, we can get to good income from this
Yeah, I
website.
mean, I have moving company related domain names that get $5 and $10 a click. I wouldn't get that much a click if the traffic wasn't worth so much. What?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about this expense graph. What are the expenses, and why did it flatline here at the end?
Okay, the expenses is like this. It has a listing in business.com, which is $300 a year, and it's due on July, I think. And there is another listing in Yahoo, which is, I think, $299 a year. So it's due in September, I think. That's why these 2 months have more expenses than the other months. And then there is a Spark on 11, which I believe it's the $100 a year for trustee seal. And the rest expenses are really low. If we add about 4 guest posts a month, so we need nice content. We add them only in very good blogs that related to real estate, moving, jobs, and we know how to find them. And I can share it with the new owner as well. We also do the social media once a week, which is free, and a little bit of links in some forums and comments, which also a couple hours of old desk person that I work with for some time now, and he's doing a good job. And we do add 2 pages or 1 page a month to the blog portion of the website, just to keep the content changing and fresh.
What
And
about
basically
the
that's it.
what about the software? Did you custom code that, or is it something off the shelf?
No, it's a Drupal. It's very easy to use. It's almost like WordPress. And it's really easy. It's a content management, and it's very known. And
So Drupal has a do they have a plugin that kind of manages the 3-step form process?
no, this part is coded, hand coded actually, based on the instructions from
The
the
wholesaler.
wholesaler. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And it's a completely different part. It's a page in all this Drupal that if you ever need to make changes or anything, you just go to this page and make changes. It's really, really easy.
Got it. So here's a graph that shows the current traffic that the site is getting, and I guess I guess even this May 2012 was post Penguin, right? So this is all this is just indicative of the seasonal trend you were describing.
Not exactly, because in May 2012, I don't know if you remember, but they released the Penguin, but it took a month or two for the keywords completely to get wiped out from Google. So in the beginning it was kind of better, but I believe that next month and month after the traffic gonna grow. Yeah, but it's post Penguin.
Okay.
Everything here is post Penguin because Penguin happened in April 2012.
Okay. Someone else just asked me if we have Google Analytics available. The answer to that is yes, we do have Google Analytics.
Yeah, we actually have analytics since the beginning of this website, since 2008.
Perfect. Um, and also the person who asked about the software, The answer was that the content's all done in Drupal. It's just a content management system, and the part for the actual lead form was custom coded. So Jenny, walk us through a day in the life of running this thing. What are the actual activities you do on a typical day?
Okay, so about once a week, I go online and I read in social media, in Quora, what's the name? I forgot. What's the people asking about moving? What's the questions they ask? And I do a little keyword research. I see what keywords I can use. And this I decide what's going to be the pages that will be created for the website. For example, this month it was moving seniors because it's all over the place. And I know also I'm dealing with my dad and I need to move him. So this was the subject. And I sent it to the writer from Odesk, who I worked with for a long time. Write about this, make a research, write me an article, send it back, and I place it in the website. Then we see in the software we use about who needs guest posting, what people need, which kinds of websites need guest posts. So the writer creates 4 articles, and we send them, and actually she sends it directly to the blog owners to include in their blogs. And then the person who creates links, I send him keywords and the anchor text, what to create, and he does his work. And basically that's it. Of course I check rankings, analytics, all this, but basically that's it.
Yeah, you got to check your stats. Everybody checks their stats. Okay, so I've had, let's see, moving along here. So normally, I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone on this slide, because normally what I ask people is, if you were handing the keys over to a new owner, and they asked you, what would you do to what had you been planning to do to make this site even bigger, but just hadn't gotten around to do it? Is there anything any ideas you ever thought of that you just didn't get to? But I also have someone asking, what your opinion is on, how to get back ranked well in Google. Maybe you can address both those questions.
Okay. So first of all, about the site goals, the future expectations. As I mentioned before, the site has thousands of pages of cities. And I know for sure, which actually this wasn't my idea, the movers actually gave me this idea. We created those pages for back when Google wanted bigger site and more pages, and this was the only reason I created all these additional pages. But now, and actually from the yellow pages, I placed some movers there so the pages are not empty. And they started the pages rank, and movers started sending emails that they want to be included in this directory. So this is one stream of revenue. Actually, to answer those movers, to create some payment structure, to payment plan about how much you want to charge and which placement on a page. So this is one. And the second one, if you want to deal with movers directly, then of course you're going to make a killing, because you sell, right now if you sell a lead for $25, you can sell it for $60 directly to the moving companies. But then again, if somebody want to deal with this, because now it's really, really convenient. You just send them an invoice once a month and they send you a check. That's it. Simple as this. You never need to worry about payments and who gets the lead and if they want to buy it or not. So that's about the revenue stream. Second question was about how to get back to Google.
Yeah, I mean, because, and you may not know the answer to this, and I'm sure there's people in the audience that that specialize in SEO stuff. And it might be one of those situations if you already knew, you would have already done it. So you're not being tested here. I'm just
And no, I know.
we're just
I just
we're
think
just
it's gonna
we're just
take
we're
time.
just we're just curious. When someone says that we did everything right, it was all white hat, but they still got slapped by penguin. If what do you think could be done to solve the problem?
Well, yeah, I think they pay very special attention now to the anchor text, which before we were, doing 80% of our keyword and the rest is all different keywords. And right now, I really see all these sites that take the first page on Google for the keywords that I would like to rank. They mostly brand names because majority of their anchor text is a brand name. So since movie company is not a brand, of course I started working on it, creating user links with the anchor text of moving companies, which is in the name, with the URL itself, and less with other keywords. So, but it takes time. It takes time. Google takes time to show those links, to count them, to I believe
Yeah,
it's going to come back, but it's going to take a little bit time.
I agree, and just because there's more questions continuing to pile in, and there's no reason to kick a dead horse, as we say in the U.S. I just want to reiterate to everyone that this is being priced at a reasonable multiple of current revenue after the update on Google. So if you've got some kind of idea on how to improve it, you've got nothing to do except for make money with this project. So with that, all the rest of the questions about webmaster tools and all those things, please send them to adam@latonas.com. He's the listing broker, and he will get you the answer. And I'm gonna kind of just move
Yeah,
these things.
I want to add one thing, Rick. The site wasn't penalized. The page is indexed, and some of them even have good first page ranking, but the keywords that have first page ranking, they do not convert well. These are not the right keywords.
Hmm.
So Google actually kicked out a really good converting keyword. So since the site wasn't penalized and it's still in some pages, it's just a matter of time and to do the right anchor text repositioning,
Okay,
and it's gonna come back.
got it. How fierce is the competition in the moving niche? Have you ever tried to buy clicks?
The clicks are expensive. This is the thing. The competition is not very fierce, not at all. There is no much competition, but the price per click is very high, probably because the conversion. Because think about the company who is moving, every move is in the thousands of dollars for them. So they can afford to pay, so much money per click, which is good for us because we don't do moving. We just do leads and clicks.
So, why are you selling the site? Oops, I went too far. Yeah, why are you selling the site?
Well, this site is not my only site of my business. I do other sites, not in the moving area, but in e-commerce and insurance a little bit loans. And my daughter is getting married, and I want to help her. I mean, we only live once.
Hmm.
If I can help her get married, to buy a little place of her own. We live in Florida. The real estate is low now, so I want to help her.
Great. Um, so, um, I'm gonna, like I said, just to try to kind of summarize all of this. Um, what we've got here is a really high converting site, and that is kind of at its baseline in traffic that it should be getting. I mean, it's a stabilized traffic amount, I should say, and we have analytics and any other kind of information that anybody would require. All you got to do is ask. My door is always open. My email address is rick@latonas.com. The listing broker, again, is Adam Beebe, and his email address is adam@latonas.com. So just send any questions, whatever you have, and we'll get that information for you. So any other little remaining questions? I mean, I've got one little one here. Jenny, if the buyer needed any kind of support, are you or anyone on your team available after the sale?
Absolutely, of course. And you can actually answer this, I mean, in regards to the previous property I sold. Mm-hmm. And you know I was available all the time, even though I went out of the country.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm always online. I love my job. I love what I do, so you can find me always online.
I can definitely vouch for that. So look, Jenny, you did a great job. Thanks everyone for attending. I think this is probably a pretty good place to stop. Again, we're going to post a copy of this entire open house online, and and Adam will send an email to everybody who's attended to follow up with you. And again, just email adam@latonas.com or rick@latonas.com with any questions. So thank you again, everyone, and thank you, Jenny.
Thank you. Bye-bye.